Um, I made a video about Luke Falk. Everybody hated it. I made a video about Luke Falk, and everybody was angry, and I understand why. You know, I understand people don't like when they're critical. When other people are critical of things you love, you guys get offended, and that's fine. I want to be very clear. Luke Falk is my favorite player in the NFL. The minute he signed to an NFL team, he will be my favorite player in the NFL, bar none. Until he's done in the NFL, Luke Falk will be my favorite player in the NFL. I love Luke Falk. I'm biased. I go to Washington State University where Luke Falk went. My reason, though, is nothing to do with football. You may or may not know, my younger brother committed suicide 2 years ago. And the way Luke Falk has talked about suicide, I just got to say, it's impressive. He's been incredibly vocal. He's been saying suicide is an issue we need to talk about. I love Luke Falk forever. Luke Falk is my guy. I believe in him. I love him. He's my favorite NFL player. And you can love something and be critical. I love the company Nintendo, and Nintendo Switch is one of my favorite game consoles. They made a new thing called the Labo, which makes no sense. It's like a paper folding. I don't know how it works with video games. Not for me. I can love one thing and yet still be critical of it. I can love Luke Falk and still be critical of Luke Falk. I don't mean to offend anyone. I love Luke Falk. He's my favorite quarterback. I really do. I think he's awesome. I want to dive deep into it because I think you guys have, with very fairly, given me a lot of criticism for my opinion on Luke Falk. So I want to somewhat defend myself and also just get into it. Again, I made a video called Luke Falk is not an NFL quarterback. A pretty out there title, I understand. And the reason you guys hated this video the most was I talked a lot about presence, and people hated that. So that's fine. We'll remove presence. Maybe leadership and presence has nothing to do with being quarterback. Let's talk about football. Luke Falk broke a ton of records at Washington State University. He's the Pac-12's all-time leading passer. And I think it's interesting, the guy whose records he broke, Luke Falk, is now the leading passer in the Pac-12. Before him was Sean Mannion. Sean Mannion out of Oregon State had all the records previously, and when he came out, nobody defended him. Nobody said Sean Mannion's the next great NFL quarterback. Sean Mannion's a backup. And that's pretty much what Luke Falk is. Sean Mannion is the number 2 quarterback. He's back up to Jared Goff. He's not terrible. He's not bad. He could be something someday. But right now, Sean Mannion's a backup. Or another comparison is J.T. Barrett. J.T. Barrett, the best passer in the history of the Big Ten. A conference that gave us Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, among so many other quarterbacks. J.T. Barrett is the best of all of them statistically. Yet nobody's defending J.T. Barrett. Nobody's saying, why aren't you calling J.T. Barrett a franchise quarterback? What? Statistics don't matter. And to be quite frank, I love, and I'm going to get into a minute. I'm going to talk in a minute about why I love Luke Falk and why I think he has some traits that could make him a great quarterback. But to be quite frank, Luke Falk absolutely disappeared last season in 2 different games. Against Cal and against UW, he was non-existent. And he was bad against Arizona. He got benched. He was bad against Boise State. He was also benched. You can't dispute that. Luke Falk got benched in 2 different games his senior year. The best quarterback in the history of the conference got benched twice. Now, I really legitimately wonder, how much is that Mike Leach is hard to work with, and how much is that his play? I don't really have any idea. I'm not in the locker room. I don't know. But I saw something that just blew me away. It was... Luke Falk won me over. I was really impressed. Go watch Luke Falk's Senior Bowl interview. I've never seen anything like it. Because I watched Luke Falk's times I even filmed his interviews after games. I would watch live his interviews. And Luke Falk, I don't know, he never, go watch the USC postgame. Luke Falk against USC had an incredible win. They won at the end of the game. They beat top-ranked USC last season. And if you watch the post-game interview, Luke Falk's pretty yeah, it's fine. It's good. He doesn't seem into it, not excited. After winning the biggest game of his life, it's it's fine. Now, if you watch, in contrast, you watch the Senior Bowl interview Luke Falk gave. I've never seen a guy more candid, more honest, more real. I was shocked. I was blown away. And you watch every quarterback, and they're clearly trained to say the right things. You know, Josh Allen's like, and then he answers. Baker Mayfield's being very careful, being very smart with every answer he gives. And yet Luke Falk was like, this is my answer. Bam, bam, honest, real, to the point, presence. I was like, wow, I've never seen this before. I criticized Luke Falk's presence. And yet in the Senior Bowl interviews, I've never seen an eagerness. It was just like, I don't know. It's possible maybe that leaving Washington State, getting away from Mike Leach, has now kind of set Luke Falk free. Maybe he's a different media personality than we've ever seen before. More likely, I think this. When my brother died in my freshman year of college, it changed me completely. It changed everything about me. It really did. And I think I mean no disrespect. I think it's possible, though, that Tyler Helinski's death is a completely life-altering moment for Luke Falk. And that will affect him for the rest of his life. And he may use that and carry that with him. And that when your life gets altered that way, it does change who you are. It really does. And I think that could be a new Luke Falk we've never seen before. Now, I want to talk about things I love about Luke Falk. Luke Falk can really throw the football. I mean, you say what you want, say he disappeared at times, say he got benched, yada, yada. Luke Falk can really throw the football. He threw the ball in cold weather at Washington State, in Pullman, Washington. I mean, the guy played in the snow and killed it. I watched him play against Colorado live in a complete rainstorm. I've never been in a game more rainy in my entire life, and Luke Falk threw the ball all over the place. He's fine. He can throw the ball. He's also a walk-on, and I love that. I love that Luke Falk is a walk-on, because walking onto a football team and then becoming the starting quarterback, unbelievable. That doesn't happen. That's so incredible and so difficult. And Luke Falk did that. He made that happen. Also, I've been worried about Luke Falk as a leader. In the interview, Luke Falk talked about being a leader. Luke Falk's Senior Bowl interview. Again, I encourage you to go watch it. And he said all the right things. I mean, he talked about how it takes time. You have to earn people's respect. If someone wants to come in and give me life advice, I'm not going to listen unless you've earned the right. Either you have status, like Tom Brady has status. If Tom Brady talks to me, I'll listen. Or you know me personally. You've gained my respect, and I'll listen to you then. My best friends have my respect. Tom Brady has my respect for a different reason. Status, or you've earned the right with your actions over time. And I really believe that Luke Falk understands that, and he can be an effective leader in the NFL. Now, someone got upset that I compared Luke Falk to Tom Brady. They said, how can you say that you don't believe in Luke Falk and then compare him to Tom Brady? Look, there's one thing that's undeniable. Watch Tom Brady in the pocket. Watch the way Tom Brady throws the football, and then watch the way Luke Falk throws the football. It's identical. Clearly, very clearly, Luke Falk has studied Tom Brady and tried to emulate the way he moves in the pocket. Also, very similar to Luke Falk, Tom Brady was benched in college. So it's very possible, I think, that Luke Falk could absolutely make it happen in the NFL. It really could. Not anytime soon. Sean Mannion's a backup, right? It's going to take Sean Mannion time. Luke Falk is going to be a backup for a while. But he could absolutely be an NFL quarterback. He overcame being a walk-on at Washington State. He's dealt with adversity before, and I admire and respect him for many reasons. Among that, though, walking onto a football team is incredibly difficult and incredibly hard, and he made it happen. His best bet, I believe Luke Falk, and I'm calling my shot right now. The Patriots will draft Luke Falk. It's a great scenario for Luke Falk. He can learn from, Luke Falk's favorite quarterback is Tom Brady. He can learn from Tom Brady. There's no rush. He can take his time, get ready, and then eventually replace Tom Brady. It's possible. That could happen. And I'm not worried about Luke Falk under center. I think a lot of people are, how can you go from the spread offense to under center? I think it's a little bit overhyped. Give the guy 2 years in any NFL system. He'll be just fine. I don't think he's an NFL starter right away, but keep your eye on Luke Falk. I called my shot early. I was a little bit presumptuous. I'm not going to apologize. I'm going to say what I did. I said what I did. I believed what I said when I said it. But Luke Falk really impressed me in his Senior Bowl interview. I've never seen anything like that. The way he just commanded the camera and was like, I'm being honest, I'm real, I'm saying what I believe. It was impressive. If you're watching this video, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. Please, Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about it on Facebook, on Twitter, maybe on Reddit. I have no idea how Reddit works. I don't understand it. So please tell your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. It would help me very much. And if you're watching on YouTube, remember to subscribe down below. Thank you so much and have a great day.